I just want to encourage brothers and sisters to make sure they have emergency items on hand. Okay, the recent hurricanes, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, should be a testament that every one of our households should have basic essentials in case of a natural disaster, or in case of the Lord's wrath falling upon earth. But ultimately, there are certain items that we all should have in sealed containers, waterproof containers, in case of some kind of flooding, in case of heavy rains, because places like the mountainous regions of North Carolina suffered many flooding, much heavy rain in areas that normally don't get it. So what we have to always be mindful of is to prepare, because it may just come to your doorsteps, even though those things are not common in your area. Okay, so you should have a few essential items. You should always have a flashlight with extra batteries. You should have a form of communication, maybe just a pack of radio to you and your family, because you may need to go outside and check the perimeter of your home for something while your family is still inside the home, fortifying it. You want to make sure the communication is still open between your family and yourself. It may not be long range where you're traveling miles away and able to speak, but it may just be down your driveway, it may just be right outside your apartment complex where you have to secure something, check on something, meet one of your children on their way home. You want to make sure they get home safe. You want to open a lot of communication. So investing in some shortwave radios would be a good investment. Like I said, flashlight. You want to make sure you have a change of clothing in a waterproof, a vacuum seal bag, a dry bag. You want to make sure you have that as well. You want to make sure you have some type of food that you may not have to cook. A lot of these canned foods you don't have to cook. You can eat it straight out of the can. It tastes as well as good, not so much, but you're able to get your calories, get your strength, get your proteins in without having to worry about cooking off the rip. Okay, make sure you have water. Okay, I know many of us drink bottled water now. That's fine. Just make sure you check the dates periodically in order to swap them out, so you don't have something on the shelf for the last 3 years and now it tastes like plastic water, because the plastic will begin to leach into the water over time. Okay, so we got those things covered. We got flashlight, communication, extra batteries, clothing. You also have to have food and water, separate from your pantry, separate from your food closet, separate from anything else. Have those separate, because you may have to go 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours without being able to access those things at Walmart or Kroger or Publix or ShopRite, wherever. Have those things on hand. And then if you do need to cook, make sure you have fire starting capabilities. Okay, you might want to grab some tea light candles. You can just put a can of something over a tea light candle and it'll cook just fine. So there's these few items you want to make sure you have at all times. Dry clothing, fire, you want to have lighting, you want to have communication, and food and water, because those are basic essentials that many times we don't have. Okay, so stay tuned to the prepping team. We got a lot more stuff coming out for y'all.